Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible here? Okay. So, let me introduce myself. Hello everyone, good evening. Myself Subhashish from Octanet Services. Welcome to you all for our 4-day workshop where we will be taught Java development from the scratch. This is a training session. We will be teaching everything you guys needed to know to complete the tasks of the assigned to you from the Octanet. So let me give you a quick brief of what Octanet is. So Octanet is a building startup headquarters in Bhubaneswar, specialize in affordable IT solutions for startups across sectors like e-commerce, real estate, and many more. Expanding into corporate training and student support, we provide academic project assistant and internship. We are recognized by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Startup India, MSME, and approved by AICTC. Our primary focus to our primary focus is that a student can learn everything and under the guidance of an excellent teacher. So let's start this session. Let me introduce Mahendra Singh, who will taught you the upcoming Java development. Hello
Hello.
Mahendra, you can start now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Hello, guys. I am Mahendra Singh. I am a Java developer. Today, we will learn about Java basics and we will do in VS Code. If you don't have VS Code, then install it. Let's start. First, we make a file. Then the first thing that comes to our mind, what is Java? Java is a simple language and a simple programming language based on class based and the object oriented, and there are some simple syntax to it. First, I will start with the Java basics. We have to write public class and we have to name the class as the file name. So in my case there is main class, so I will name here name main, sorry. Later that we have to make the method, which is a main method. Here public is the access specifier. Static is like you don't have to create an object for accessing the elements, and the void represents like you don't have the method method do not have to return anything. And the last, the main represent its main function, and the string array args represents the uh, array of strings. Now that's the brief of that public static void main. Now we will see some data types of the Java. First, it is int data type. Second, it is float. You can name anything to your variables according to you. Then there is character represented by char. There is also a string. You can name it anything as well. Now, there are some examples to it. Integer means what you can understand is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to infinity as you think. Then there is float. Float means like float is a number that contains decimal point. Like for example, and so on. Then here it is char. Char means a single character. And for example, like A, B, B, S, C, R, T, and so on. Then here comes a string. String means there are collection of character represented by like my name. There are two strings. First Mahend and then Singh. It can be your you can represent it by your name, anything. Now we are done with the data types. Now we will see how to what is the syntax of printing and what is the syntax of taking it from the user. First, we will see what is the syntax of print. If I assign the value of a to 12, then how to print this? First, we will write system.out.println, then pass the array. Sorry, pass the variable. Then simply run the code. Sorry for the mistake. Let's change the name to car. Then run it. Here, you can see then the number is printed. Now how it is working? First, system is a class, and we are accessing the uh, out member of that system class. And println is simply printing the line, and it is a method present in that system class. Now, how to take a user input? First, we have to import a package called java.util.scanner. Using scanner, we can scan the our input of the input by the input given by the user. So first we have to make a object of that scanner class. So for that, we can do like this: scanner class name and the object name, following new keyword is used to make new objects. Then again like this. Now here let me explain you what are these. This is the class, this is the object name, this is the keyword to make new objects. This thing is also class name, and the system.input. System.in is represented as system.input of system.input. Using this, we can take input from the user. Now, if we declare a variable and scan it to next in, there are uh, various method to take inputs as string, character, and integer. I am taking integer, so I am writing like next int. And if you want to take string as input, then type string name and following with scan dot next line. Using this, you can take string as input. Then now we have to print these two. First, we have to put like this, and for the name, again system.out.print, and here it goes name. Now, if I save this and run it, it is asking for the number and thus the name. First, I will give number as 55. Sorry, I have to give that name also. First, I will give 55 and Mahindra. It will print both. And if you want to print them like in a single line, then just add using a concatenation button, concatenation operator, then save it, run it. 55 and 9. Here it is simple. Now we will see some another features. First, again we will import that. It's my last time. Later on, you have to remember that. And here's catch. If you if you put a star in this thing, like input java.util.star, then it will include all the packages that included in the util package. Now again, you have to uh, give the same name as you have given to the your file name. In my case, this is car. Now we will see some looping methods. First, here is a loop called for. Okay, let's start. For loop, you have to initialize a variable called I, or you can take anything. For int I is equals to 0, less than equals to 10. And here it is. Now how it is working, let me explain. First, in the first block, we have to initialize the variable. In the second block, we have to give a condition for which the for loop will begin. Then the last block will in the last block we have to decide, like we have to increment or decrement. Let's check the syntax now. Yes, according to that concept, we have initialized that, we have given a condition, and we are incrementing. Now printing numbers. Now here we have to print I, so that we can see the output of this loop. Simply I and followed by nothing. Now this will print 0 to 10. Here, as you can see there, it is 0 to 10. Now, how it is working? First, the I variable is 0. Then it checks, uh, is the I variable is less than equals to 10? If yes, then it will increment and it goes under the loop. And after that, if I is equals to 11, then what happened? If I equals to 11, then the condition will be false, and the loop will be closed. That's the concept of for loop. Let's see if you want to print the line in a single line, then we have to remove that ln. That means we are printing print line means next line. If we put system.out.print, then it will print in a line, and we have to put a space between them. So here it is space. Now what it will print? it will print in a line. Now then, there are two more loops, so I will be teaching that too today. So here it is a while loop. While loop. In while loop, we have to set the condition first, then here is the body. In while loop, what we have to do is like first it will checks the condition, then it goes under the loop. So let's see. First we will declare an variable called I, and it is initialized as 0, and the condition here it is I must be less than 10. Then I will increment that I in it, and I will print here that I. Now here what will be happening, like first the I is 0, it checks if the I is if I is less than 10 or not. If it is less, then the function, then the condition is true, and it's increment the I by 1, and it print. Let's see the output. Here it is printing like 1 2 3 to 10. Now why it is not printing 0? The reason behind that is it checks 0 is less than 10 and it increments that value. It never be 0. Okay, it already converted that 0 to 1, so it is not printing that 0. Then we are done with the while loop. Now comes the last loop, do while loop. In do while loop, uh, what are the syntax? What are the syntax is, first it will do that work and then it checks if the condition is right or wrong, like that. If I increment that I value by 1 always and print that value again and again I, and then checks the value and then checks the condition like I is less than 10. Now run this code. You can see this is the same condition. It will first increment that value. Initially it was 0 and now it is 1, and it prints, and then it checks is 1 is less than 10 or not. Then it goes in a loop until the I becomes greater than 10. So we are done with the loops. Any doubts? You can put your doubts in the what live chat. Any doubts? I guess nothing. So shall we continue? So now we are going to learn some breaking and continuing method. We can learn in this thing always. Like we have to write it again. For int I is equals to 0 and sorry equal to 0. Let's check the condition here and increment according to you. Then Oh, someone asked for each loop. Okay, let me explain that for each loop. Let's see, we have an array of array. Chalo. Now this one is the array. Then for each loop, okay, I will explain that do while loop again. First, I will explain that for each loop. For each loop, it is very easy, but many of them don't use that. The syntax is for each the variable name I, sorry, int I, followed by colon, and the array is which is passing. Just print that I. Now what it will print? It will print the elements of the array that is present in the array. Yes. For each loop done, let me comment it. Uh, by the way, thank you for reminding me that. Now we will do that do while loop again. Let's see. For do while, the syntax is first it will do that thing, like in the do part we will have to pass the body of the task. Then we will check the condition later. Yes, this is the full syntax of do while loop. First, let's see if like if we take I again, like int I, sorry, it is like initialize. No, let me initialize. It is initialized as 0, and if we increment it by 1, and print it repeatedly, now what it will like what is the syntax of this? Have you understand that? Okay, let me explain. First, in the do while, first it will do that task, and then it checks if the condition is condition is true or false. In do while loop, there is always it means it works one time, all matlab, it will work one time at least first. In other loops, if the condition is false, it will not even dump in the loop. But in the do while loop, the loop will at least work one time at least. Then it checks the condition. Now, let's give the condition. Yeah. So in this do while loop, first we are incrementing that value by 1 and printing that value immediately, and then we are checking if the condition is true or not. So it will run at least one time. If the condition is also false, it will run. Like let me like false that condition. Okay, if it is -1, it is false condition, but it will run. It will print 1. As you can see, it it has printed 1, means it will print no matter what. It will print at least one time. The loop will run at least one time. If the condition is true, then what happens? As same as always, it will increment that value and print that value and then check the condition. If you understand that do while loop, you can answer me on the chat. Let's see how the break and continue keywords work. Again, we are taking for loop. Now again, it is initialized. Now we can see here it is also it is again the for loop, and I think we have to learn if else block later that. Okay, the break and continue keywords working as like if I is equals to 4 or 5 or anything, like let's take it 4, then the loop will break simply, and it will print the other things. Let's say I. Now according to this code, let's see what the code will print. Yes, now in this code, the I is incrementing by 1, and firstly it is 0, and it is incrementing like 1 2 3 4 5 6. There is an there is a if condition which is telling that if I is 4, then we have to break that for loop, and it is done. And if it is printed like 0 1 2 3, why it is not going further? That is because we have used that for loop. Sorry, we have used break. Now comes to continue. Continue. Now how the continue will work? Continue will pass that condition like it was never there. If you run this code, the 4 will be missing, which is because like as the if condition says, if I is equals to 4, then continue the loop. If I is equals to 4 means we have to like miss the 4 and then continue our loop. Yeah, you can watch the video from starting when it's end. Now let's see. What are arrays? Let me erase this. Huh. This is array. Now what is array? Array is a collection of numbers or collection of strings. You can store anything, but only homogeneous thing, not heterogeneous thing. Like this, we have we have an array of name array arr1, and it stores only numbers. It stores only integers. Now, how to print this array? Simply using for loop. Again, yes, wait. First, the index is here 0. Here it is 1. Here it is 2. Here it is 3, 4, and 5. Every array starts from 0, as the index is starting from 0. Now, how to print this array? Using for loop. Let's see. For loop, initialize that I, and we have to pass the array length. So I plus plus. Yes, array dot length. So sorry, length is a pre-built function. Sorry, pre-built method to determine the length of the array, because using that we like if you don't know the length of the array, it is very useful. Now, printing array will be like inside the system.out.println. Here we have to pass arr of I. Now, how it is working? arr of arr1 of 0 is equals to 1, and arr of 1 is equals to 2. Then let's print it. Oh, sorry, I have to save this. Here you can see it is equals to, and there is no single element and on that seventh element. So I have to save it again. Here, as you can see, the element of array has been printed using the for loop. Now, if we want to take array as an input, then what we have to do is, first we have to initialize the array. Let's take the array as the array of length 5. First, yes, we have to like make a scanner class to take a input. So again, we are making an object of scanner class. Now it is created. Now we have to scan every element that given by the uh, user. For that, we are using again for loop. Here we can pass again that arr of dot length. It is very convenient though. Now we have to scan every element. How we can do that? Let's see. Arr of 1 I is equals to scan dot next int. Now it will scan at the every index and assign that value to the every index. Like if I first give the value, then it will store to the 0th location of that array. And it is getting the value. Now we will print that value along with that. Any questions in the chat? No. Let us continue. Now we have to print like the previous thing I have taught you. Arr of I. Now let's run this value. You can put that code so that you will know where it is asking for that code or not. Let's run the code again. First at the 0th location, sorry, let's remove that line, print line. Let's run it again. So at the 0th location, I am putting 25. At 1st location, I am putting 56, 45, 23, 56, sorry, again, 80. Now, as you can see, the user have given the value and it is printed as well. These are simple. Now we can go through. Now we can go through any questions. Any questions, guys? Any question, guys? Okay, I think you don't have any questions today. So we have seen that how to take input in the array, and how to print that array, and you have seen how many data types are there. Let us continue. So, okay, someone asked types of the array. And any questions over there? No. So, uh, there are there are many types of array. First, the 1D array and the multidimensional array. So, if you okay, let me dot that thing, that array 2. So, multidimensional array is nothing but array of 2 dimensions, and there. Can you zoom the screen? Okay, it is better now. It is better now. Okay, no reply. So we are creating new 2D array. Sorry. Let name it. Name. Sorry, car again. New, and let's say we have 3 to 3. 3 to 3. It is a square matrix. Now, uh, let's see. We can take input as well, and we can like assign that value to. So first I will assign that value one by one, then then I will take as user input. At first it is let's see, 0. Let me copy it. There 3 means it's going to be 9 times. Let's take for 2. It is very time consuming. Then it is going to be cut to 4. First it is 0 0, then it is 0 1. Someone else, why use 2D array in the code? 2D arrays in the code. I don't understand your question. I am explaining different types of array. So first one was 1D array, and the second one was multidimensional, which is 2D array. Any doubt? Now let's print it. And yes, and yes, this 2D array can be printed only using the nested for loop, and it is going to be like this. Int I is equals to 0, like same thing. I have taken car. This is the first for loop, and then we will use nested for loop. We can give any number, but you please take different variables. J. Here we will print that thing. First it was car and I and J. Now let's print J. Here you can see the values of the array, and if you want to like print in a line, then just concat, just use that plus operator, save it and run it. Oh, it is, oh sorry, it should be print, not println. Here it is in the line. So the types of array, I think, done. Shall we proceed to the method section? Just not remove it, just comment it. Now we will see what are methods. So method is a, wait, let me write. Okay, method are as a methods are like function, like you have seen in the C, and it is used for reusability, and it uh, reduces the code you have to write again and again. So in like the functions are in functions in the C are called methods in Java. Now how to create a method? First you have to give the access specifier, then the return type. It can be void or int, followed by the method name. Let's say my method's name will be, let's take it as name. Sorry, let's take it as name, and okay. I am creating it in the main method. Yeah, you have to we have to create method outside the main method, because we cannot create method into method. So let's create that method again. So this is the method called name, and we can pass using it, we can pass, and using int, it will return something. Let's see the difference between void and int. First, the public void any method, it will not return anything, return nothing. But if we use the int keyword, it will return. Let understand using an example. First we have taken the void, then let's say there is a variable called int, and it is initialized by 0, and if we try to access that a, let's see, if we try to print a, then what will happen? First there is an error, because this a is a local variable and we cannot access using using simple method. Okay, so we have to use object. Now how the objects work, you will see later. First, I will uh, uh, I will teach you how to create an object. First, we have to take the class name and followed by the object name. Let's see, our object name is s, and same we have to use the new keyword so that we can create a new uh, object. So we cannot access the uh, variable using simple method, so we have to create object. And how to access that a now. First, we will like write the object name dot that variable name. It is like something. Wait. We have to call the sorry, we have to call the what method. Something went wrong. Wait. Let's see, like this out, print a, and right now I was trying to print a method that is not like it will be written. We have to invoke that method. First, same we have to create the object. Now, sorry, the now we will invoke that. Yeah, I have to show that also, na? See, if I try to invoke that method, it is giving error because it is not static. Let's see the what a static thing. Yeah, we have seen this. What the static means. Static means you don't have to create any object to access that thing. Someone asked, please explain simple method parameterize. Yeah, we are going there. We are going. As you have seen, like we have like in simple method we cannot like we cannot yes, we cannot access that method, so we have to create an object to access that. So right now I will write it again. So class name followed by the object name. Using the keyword we can create an object. Now s dot followed by the method name. Now, like the value of a is 10, and we have already printed that a. Now we have invoked that method. Now it should print 10. Yeah, it is printing 10. That means you cannot invoke any methods using simple method, like we are using in C and Python. So we have to create an object to access that method. And for static method, like see, if we use static here, we don't have to use that uh, object. If I run this, like we are not like here we can see you can see we are not using that object, and it is not giving any errors too. If I run this, it should print 10, and it is printing. That means for static methods we don't have to use any object or anything. And but for simple methods like uh, public void name and public int main, we have to use the object. Now if you try to return anything in the void thing, it will give error because it is void and it cannot return anything. If I put int here, now it will return. Now let's explain parameterized and non-parameterized methods. First, this method is called non-parameterized constructor. Sorry, non-parameterized methods, because there are nothing in the methods, like we have not passed any parameters to it. If we passed any parameters like int x comma, sorry, int set हो गया, int x comma int y, now it is called parameterized method. Now what we have to do is give some values. Sorry, it is very it is already, say 20. Now why it is giving errors? Int name. Let's remove this. First, public int name int x comma int y. Why it is giving error? Okay. Now then, as you can see, this is giving errors, and the error will be only resolved if I put the return statement to it. So first I will write the full body of this code. Okay. It is okay now? Is it okay now? So let's see. We have to return a value. Let's store this value in a result thing. X plus y. Now we will return the result. Now then, if we run this, first we have to invoke that method, okay? And it is it is not static, so we have to create an object. Let's first create an object, class name followed by the uh, object name, new keyword, and then car. Now the object has been created. We can invoke that method. First we have to put the object name, then the method name, and we have to pass the value. If like we are using the values here, if we don't use if we don't use the value here, and we can put the value here. So let's remove it from here and put the numbers here, 10 comma 20. As you can see, like returning anything will not print the not print the value. So we have to print that value and the return value. So we can print the value. Let's see. It is giving 30, which is 10 plus 20. If you like change the change the operator, the output will be different. Here you can see. Now parameterize, non-parameterize. Yeah. Uh, I have given the idea of return type. Like there are only there are only return. There are many return types, but I have taught you like int and void. Int means it will return integer, and the void means it will return nothing. If I put boolean here, and it should be like in true or false, as we know that boolean is what true and false. So let's see, if the value of x is greater than y, then the result is equals to true. Result is equals to, first we have to initialize that. Let's initialize here only. Boolean result. If x is greater than y, then it will be false. Else take one example of string data type. String data type in the return type. Okay. Let me finish this first. So let initialize it outside. So why it is giving error again? Oh, I have to return something, na? Let's return that result. Now the error is gone. Not gone because it is not initialized. So we have to initialize this. Let's see. It's again not printing because it is also just returning. If we print here s out, we have to print that result. So it will be given as and it is not okay because we have to create an object and we have to access that from we have to access it using that uh, object. Now it should return like x is greater than, and it should return true. Okay, it is false. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes. The default value of the Boolean type is always false, so that it is giving false. So I'm doing some mistake, I think. If x is greater than this, okay, I'm doing some mistake. So skip this. I will I will teach you this later. First, take one example of string data type in the return type. Okay, let's see. Let's remove this. Let's see, we have to create one method only. Let's take something like we are going to take some variables and it should be chalo. Let's see. If we make a variable of name n and we have given the name like Mustang, now it should like return the value. And same, we have to create an object for this in the main method, public static void main. Its name, oh, it was car, sorry. Now, now the object has been created. Now we can uh, access the value. So just print the value, or you can invoke that method too. So for like we can invoke that method using the name only. So it has been invoked, and we can print this too, like a dot string name n. No, that like we can print here too. Let's print this. Here we can see the Mustang name has been printed. Now let's see if else. Do you have any doubts? Any doubts? So let us see how the if else block is working. First, we will take some input. A is equals to, okay, let's take user input. Let's take user input. First, we have to take a scanner class and make object of that scanner class. Now, for taking an input, we can use scan dot next int, and it is it is in the camel case. And those who don't know what is the camel case, it is like the first letter of the word should be small, and the second letter of the second letter of the second word should be big, capital. So the A has been taken, so we can print that system.out.println. enter the value of a. We should remove this ln. Why it is giving error? Yeah, I am going to it. If else and nested if. Enter the value of a. What is the syntax error of token this expected from this? Okay. Then what is going on? I think the thing it will start here. Enter the value of a. Yes, I have forgotten that. Sorry for that. I think it was written, but mistakenly I was removed that. So we have to take an input. So okay, I have removed the scanner class also. Same thing, new scanner. So it has been created. Now we will take input of a. First we will initialize and take input using that object we have created just now. Then take this value again. Now we will take the value of b. Let's say it will not print ln because okay. Now then we will take input of p. Now we will use the if block. First the condition, yeah, the syntax of the if block. We can use multiple if blocks like this, but in the but there will be no there is no condition in the else block. Just we have to write the else and start the body of that else block. First in the we are going through the if block. First, if a is greater than p, then we can print a is greater than, sorry, let's say a is greater than b, and I don't think there will be if another else if, sorry. So in here we can assume that b is the greater number. Now, how we can say that if else uh, how we can say that if the first block is if the first block saying that a is greater than b, and why we are not using the condition. Yeah, which is that is because if because it is like working, like if the condition is false, then it will go to the then it will go to the another block. So if the a is if the value of a is greater than b, then it will run, then it will go to the if block. And if this condition going to be false, then it will going to the else block. And like this, if we like mention another else if block, then the condition here will run or satisfy only if the first else the only if the first if condition will be false. So that's how it works. Now we should see how it is how it will going to be work. First we have to put the value of a. Let's take 56. Let uh, yeah, we can take three operands. Then we should take like 89. So 89 is greater than 56. Let's take three variables. So for three variables, we have to assign one more variables. Let's take c. Enter the value of c. The line thing should be both. Now we will take input. So first, we have checked that a is greater than b. Now we will check if the b is greater than c or not. Let's see, a is greater than c or not. If that is, that means a is greater than b as well as c. As well as then c. There goes the first statement. Now we have to use that if else block. Now we have to check if b is greater than c or not. If that is, that means b is the greatest value. Let's copy this thing, paste it here. Now here it is b, a and c. Now in the last block else, we can conclude that b is largest. It should be c, it should be a, it should be b. Let's run the code. First take 12, 15, then take 59, sorry, 17. Now 17 is greater than 12 as well as the 15. Now we can run it again. We can check like let's take the value of a greater than, let's take the value of b greater than both of them. Let's take it as 25, it to be 52, and it is 23. Oh, something went wrong with. Okay, let's, it will check this thing again. Run it again. Let's take the b value greater than both of them. First, we will take 25, 52, and then 23. 25 is greater than, okay, something is wrong with b is uh, b is greater than a. b is greater than wait, the condition is false. So what we have to do is here, the condition is false because we are just checking b is greater than c or not, and b like wait, it should check this only. It should check the value of this also. Let's remove this. Let b is greater than a, and b is greater than c. Now let's see. Let's take the value 45. Oh, sorry. Let's take this 54. Well, okay, this I think the condition is false because I am using or. Yes, it is or. Sorry for the delay, guys. Else if we have yeah, I was thinking, I was little bit confused. I thought that was the case. Let's take it 45, 54, 23. Yeah. Thank you for. I was a little bit confused that I was using or. So this thing is or, and this thing is and, in which I was a little bit confused right previous. So let me explain how these two are working. Let's take this as comment. Let's take age is equals to scan dot next int, and if the age is greater than 18, and sorry, it is or the person is male, age 18, and then the gender, it is cat. We will take scan dot next, text only. And if the gender is equals to male. Sorry, it should be in inverted commas. Now then, if the age is greater than 18 and the gender is male, then we will print he can he can he is he can now else if block. In the else if block we will pass the condition like if the age is greater than 21 and the gender is equals to female, she can execute to marry. Let's see how the code is working. First we have to take the system.out, enter the age, enter the gender here, so let's see how the code is working. Enter. Let's see. My age is 18. It is not taking gender. Why? It's 18. And it should take that. Let me read this. I can't see the downward codes. So we have scan. We are printing that value. Next int, next line. Why it is not printing? Why it is not taking the value? Yeah, now it is working. Let's say I have entered the age 18 and the gender is female. Now what is going to be done? There is no else block, so it will do nothing. If I add an else statement saying that the values are invalid, the values are invalid. So let's see the value. It is 18, yeah, and it is female. It is saying that the values are invalid. Now run it again and let's say the age is 56. I should have mentioned that the limited age. But leave it. Leave that. First, let's see. The age is 28, and the gender is female. So why it is he? I made a mistake again. Let's say 28. Gender is female. So we have to use and here. And yes, it should pass both the conditions first. So let's say my age is 28 and my gender is, let's say, female. Okay, what is the mistake here? Why it is showing that thing? So the first condition was true. Okay. Let's take 18. Sorry, let's take male. As you can see, the age is 18, not equals to 18. So it is saying that this else block has been invoked. Now it is 19 and the gender is male. He is eligible to marry. Now let's see the nested if block. Let's find the leap year. Okay, first we have to ask for the year that we want to check. First year is equals to scan dot next int. Now let me write here to user to know that we are asking for the year, to check that. Enter the year. Now how to check the leap year? The leap year is a leap year, the year which is leap year, which is divisible by 4 and 400, not divisible by only 100. So let's, if the year is divisible by 100, giving remainder 0, and year divisible by 400 equal to 0, then it will again check for the year divisible by 400, giving remainder 0. That means that the year is leap year. And in the else block, else if block, we will mention else if block. We will mention if the year is only divisible by 100, then that means it is not a leap year. Or we can specify that like here, if sorry, and the year divisible by 100 is not equals to 0. Okay, there is syntax error. Just remove this. We will check it here. That means it is not a leap year because it is only divisible by 100. Let's check. It didn't go on that is. Let's take 2024 as our year. Okay, there is an error again. Let's see what is the error. So this is the nested loop, and it is checking like if it is divisible by 4 and giving the remainder 0, and it is divisible by 400 and giving the remainder 0 or not. Then it is again checking if the value is divisible by 400 or not. Let's try to remove this. Yeah, we can use this in a nested loop also. Get it? Then again, if block. This is the condition. Now let's see again. There is something wrong again in the block. Let's check what it is. Let's remove this. Take it again. If the year is divisible by 4 is equal to 0, that means let's say if the year is divisible by 100 giving 0, and we have to check it again, like year divisible by 400 giving 0 or not. If yes, false out. So it will first check the year is divisible by 4 or not. Then it will check it is divisible by 0, it is divisible by 100 or not, because the 400 is a multiple of 4 and 100. So later that we have to check if if it is divided by uh, 400 or not. If it is divided by 400, then it is a leap year. So year plus is a leap year. Then in the else block, the year is not a leap year. Then again we have to use else again, because there is an if condition. So if the value is like divisible by 100, then we have to check it again for 400. Then we should also check again for if it is not divisible, that means it is a leap year. If it is not divisible by 100, that means it is a leap year. So This if block says that the year is divisible by 100 is equals to 0. That means its else block will say different. So again, year is a leap year. Now for the last else block, oh, this was okay. Else again as out. Uh, this is not a leap year. Now let's run this code. Let's take 2024. It is a leap year. Now let's check for 2023, 2023. It is not a leap year. So any doubt in the else if nested else if block? Any doubts? Now let's find uh, let's take an example of array. Okay, this is a this is a sample question using an array. Sorry, using for loop. We have to find prime numbers in a simple methods. So let's do that question of finding that prime numbers. Let's take an input. N is the number n. Sorry. The T is missing. Now then, first, what we have to do is let's first we have taken the value. Where is the motion type go? Let's check if the n is like what? So what is prime numbers? Prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by only two numbers. First by them only by only themselves and by one. So what we have to do is that use the for loop. We have to run it from 1 or 2 because any number is divisible by 0 is bound to give errors. So let's take it from 2 and the I value goes up to n equals to n because it should divide itself I plus plus. Then if n is divisible by I giving 0 remainder, then we have to increment the count, and the initialization of that count variable is here. So firstly it was 0 and later that if if it is divisible by that I, so we can increase that count variable. So then we have to again check if it is only divisible by 2 or more than 2. So if the count is equals to 2, that means the n is prime number. Let's check if this is a simple code. Let's take 79. I think my saving something different. Let's take 79 again. Why it is not printing anything? Okay, let's go here again. So the for loop says it starts from I and it is equals to a I is less than equals to n, and I increments. And if the n is divisible by I, it gives 0. Then increment the I. And if it is true, if count is equals to 2, that means the number we have taken is prime. N is prime. This is 79 again. Now it is not. Why it is not printing? Let's try it on online mode. Let's give the value 79. Okay, something is we have scanned the value and the count is 0. Then we taken the value, then check if the condition is true or not. The code is right. Let's see what is and is prime, and if not, and is not prime. Now we will check it is. Let's take 59 and I not prime. Why it is showing that count is equals to 1? That is true. Let's take 1. Okay, the problem resolved. We have to run it from 1 because it divides. The number is also divisible by 1. So let's take 79. Let's take 49. It is not prime because it is divisible by 7. Let's take 79. It is prime. So we have done for loop, methods, break and continue, and there are 3 types of loops, and we have covered that. We have covered different types of arrays, different types of methods. We will continue tomorrow. Yeah, using we will continue oops tomorrow. So, anyone having doubt? Or any question so we can solve here and now? If no, then we can do another question, simple question, so that your concept will be clear. Let's what should we do? uh, what should we do now?
Oh, okay. Hello, Mahendra, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So you have completed today for the topic tasks.
Yes, sir, my day one is complete.
Okay. If anyone have any doubt, you can ask, or we will wrap up the session.
Yeah, you can ask any questions, and any problems you can give, I can solve.
Okay, let's just wait for a minute. If no one will respond, then let's see. Okay, then. So, okay, that was all for today. Thank you, Mahendra, and everyone who joined. You guys have been wonderful audience. Now we will meet tomorrow again at the same time. And also, you don't have to worry about the attendance, guys. Your attendance has been monitored, and everybody who's attending is being marked present. So that's all for today. You can leave now. So thank you all.
Thank you, guys.